Okay, here we are in a vintage daily event and we're in round 3 and we have drawn xkorpio, and we know xkorpio to be, or presumably he is on bug. We've seen him play this quite a bit recently in classic as well as in vintage, and I know he just won a vintage event here just previous to this one here, so tough match, good player, but we've got the die roll and let's see what we can do. So it's not a perfect hand, but I actually think it's very good. Next turn we'll be able to lead out with a lodestone golem. Turn 1 we're going to go for a Chalice of the Void at 1. And we're just going to hope that it's enough. Now, I'm very tempted to lead out with an Ancient Tomb, but I don't see a reason to do that. We're just going to go with the Wasteland. Hopefully this does not get Force of Willed. I would think that would be a really terrible Force of Will, actually, if my opponent did that. But this is definitely worth Force of Willing if he has it. He doesn't. This shuts down his Delvers as well as his, I beg your pardon, his Deathrite Shamans. So now he very well may have Abrupt Decay here. But I think... here's the thing. Do I just try and cram a lodestone here? We only have 4 mana. Yeah, I think you just got to do it sometimes. I mean, it's not perfect. We could be under a moderate amount of pressure here, but we do have the Tangle Wire to buy us some time if need be, and hopefully he doesn't have the Force of Will. He does. So... sometimes they have it. No play here. Okay, land. That was a really good draw for us, actually. Now the question, I think we just kind of got to go for a Tangle Wire here. Right? I mean, is that what we do? Tangle Wire? Yeah, I think we just got to do a Tangle Wire. Maybe we just play the Thorn first. Yeah, I think Thorn is the correct play here first. Right, and it gives us 4 mana to cast a Tangle Wire, yeah. So let's see if this gets through, and it does. So he can no longer, the only thing he can do is Force of Will me again, which is just fine. I mean, I wouldn't be thrilled about it, but this does tie him down here, and hopefully our Staff of Nin will draw us, and, well, first of all, we'll be able to make us cast stuff. We'll draw stuff that we can cast. That's what I'm trying to say. First, we try and resolve, which he didn't Force of Will any of those, and I suspect he would have Force of Will the Tangle Wire had he had something. Okay. I think this is just fine. We've got 3. Alright, so that's what we do. Hopefully that does not get Force of Willed. He does have a Force. Shucks. Okay, that is really unfortunate because we really needed that to work for us. Now we are in the position where we've got to, hopefully he does not draw any land here, and he does. Well, we need to draw something. I'm a little nervous here. Huh, Staff of Nin, wow, okay. Well, let's Wasteland him here. And what do we got? 4. And let's hope he doesn't have another one. It was really lucky for us to top deck that, so let's hope he's not equally lucky on a Force of Will. Okay. So we played xkorpio a couple days ago in a daily event, and xkorpio got me with an energy flux one of the games, and I want to ensure that he does not get to do that again. So we are going to keep our spheres. Duplicant is pretty good to have as a one-off. Chalice of the Void is okay. I think Precursor Golem is just fine. They typically run Abrupt Decay as their main removal. They will have some Nature's Claims, etc., but hopefully he'll have a heck of a time casting them. And I do think we actually want Crucibles. I'm not sure what we take out for the Crucibles, but maybe I take out a Chalice, and maybe we'll just cut the Precursor. Yeah. Okay. So this is fine. We're going to keep xkorpio keeps. So what are we going to see here? Turn one out of them. Wow. Okay. Well, what is our play here? We have an awful lot of mana here. I have 2, 5, 4, 6 mana I can cast, and that sets a Chalice at 1 and Lodestone. All right. The question is, do we just want to be able to cast Lodestone Golem? I think we do. Maybe I just play the Cavernous Souls. Or do I just try and, do I put it at risk for being Force at Willed? I think we got to go for the Lodestone, and I think we're going to set the Chalice. I mean, if he's got... No, I think we've got to use the Cavern. The problem is if he Force of Wills my... Okay. Okay, so he's going to try and pierce this here. Or Force of Will at one or the other, but a Spell Pierce would be really good here for him. Okay, Steel Sabotage. Hopefully we do not get Mental Misstepped here. Not perfect. Hopefully we don't get hit with an energy flux here. And that is probably what he's going for, is my guess. Sorry about that noise in the background, guys. If you watched any of my videos in the past, you know that I play with poker chips while I'm playing. And it's more of a nervous habit than anything. And I know it doesn't make a great experience for the listener, so I do apologize in advance. So my opponent here is probably going for an Energy Flux, is my guess. And Energy Flux is not great for us, but we should be able to play through it somewhat. Oh wow, that's a great draw. That was a really great draw, I have to admit. Particularly if he does not have a land. And he does, so we could be seeing an Energy Flux here. And that's what it is. I know xkorpio. Oh, Tinker. Wow. Okay. As I say, I know him. Okay, so that's a very awkward position because we're going to have to block. Now, the key for us here is we are going to have to get out a Forgemaster. We jump here and I guess we duplicate next turn. Does that work? I think it does. I think it does. Let me see here. Let me see. Because if this gets Force of Will, I've got 2, 4, 6, 7 mana. And unfortunately, I have to actually cast the Kuldotha first. So this has to land in order for this to work. Okay, we just got it. He actually, it's not a problem because he has no mana and I have a Lodestone, so that's fine. And we'll play out the Sphere of Resistance here, and unfortunately we're going to have to chump block with our Lodestone, but them's the breaks sometime. And next turn we will play another Lodestone and we will sacrifice and we will duplicate it, and hopefully we can ride that to victory. The key is trying to avoid getting energy fluxed here or something like that, which would be majorly disruptive. And of course we've got to watch Steel Sabotage as well. Tangle Wire would also be reasonable here. Okay, that's fine. It's pretty good, but I don't suspect he's going to have another play here, hopefully. Okay. Huh. Jeez, that's pretty powerful. This would take all his land. 2, 4, 6, 7. We're 1 mana, 2 mana off actually. So let's get a Lodestone in here. And it's unfortunate because I think I'm going to have to sack my Kuldotha here as well. I really don't want to take my Chalice off of 1. This is going to be a very difficult decision for us to make. And nor do I want to lose my Spheres or a very strong beater in a Lodestone Golem, because this really sets up for a potential energy flux here. Okay. I think we just got to leave that Chalice there. We can survive. Yeah. And let's hope he doesn't run Stifle. Or actually, he wouldn't be able to work a Stifle too well on us, but where is our duplicant? Getting a little nervous as I'm not there. He is. I didn't see him. And hopefully this is going to be enough to ride us there. Okay, guys. Off to the finals.